So guys, I just want to share this emotional story about me and my wife when I met her newly. So the first day I met her, she called me her husband. And I was like, what is she saying? But the reality is, I never knew she would end up being my wife. Now, I have also something to share. 2 days after, I confirmed her my wife. You heard me right. And I know a lot of people will be like, are you mad? No, you don't need to say it, because even my friends asked me. I remember when I was saying this, my friends was like, are you mad? She is juju. You know, the normal Nigerian talk. But the truth is, there is reason behind it. If you decide to settle down, there are so many things that you are seeing at that particular time. Of course, I understand that when I saw my wife, I wanted to play and run. When I met her, she did not meet the category of people that I want to marry, because I said that if I have to marry you, then you must be working. You must be a working class lady. But my wife wasn't working at that particular time. So that already makes her, not my wife material. But something happened. And I want to share that story, because that story is something that I think will help a lot of men and women watching this. In my pigeonhole, I always have this perfume, Isimiyanki here. The first day that she came in, so she saw it, and then after I finished playing, she asked me, please, can she do that? I said, yeah. So she took it. She took it again. She sprayed it all over her body, like she's spraying body spray. So I told her, no, this thing is very, very expensive. Please, it's not like that. You just do time. So she laughed. We laughed. So after I said, okay, you know what? Which perfume do you use so that I can get you one? So she said that the perfume that she's using, they sell it in a corker, because we met in Oka. They sell it in a corker. I asked her how much. She said about 200 or 300 naira then, 2010 January. So I said, okay, no problem. We will go and get it. Yeah. Told her, call your girlfriend so that we can go and eat. So she said, okay. So she called the girlfriend, and then while we were on our way to go and eat, so I remember I said, okay, can we go and get the perfume? So the girlfriend said, no, I know we have to get a good perfume. So after eating, then she will take us there. I said, okay. So after we finished eating, we moved to perfume shop. We went to the perfume shop. So the moment we came in, this is original perfume shop. So I cited the shop. So the cheapest perfume there was around 15,000. Inside my mind, I said, she used to buy her perfume in a corker. So why are we coming here? Why do we need to come here? So I said to her, choose what you want. So listen to this, because this story is for men, both men and women who are yet to marry. So I asked her to choose what you want. And so my wife asked me, I thought you want to buy for yourself. I said, no, we are here for you. So she said to me, but I told you that I used to buy my perfume in a corker. My wife insisted that she doesn't want anything there, because where she buy her perfume is in a corker. And don't forget, she said her perfume costs 200 or 300 naira. So I was insisting that she, take anyone that she want, no problem, I will pay. She said no, that what she wants is that one that she's using, and it's in a corker. So as she was saying it, the girlfriend was like, Jenny, she left immediately. So when I opened the door, came out, Jenny was already beside my car. So I pressed the car remote. She entered. I entered. So while I was driving, her girlfriend was, like, Jennifer, what kind of human being are you? Jenny, what kind of human being are you? While they were talking, I myself, but still, I was meditating. I said to myself, if a Nigerian lady, a Nigerian girl can do this, is this possible? Don't forget, this is happening 2010, January 2010. So on our way, so we dropped her friend. So I took her to my hotel. So when I got to my hotel, and then asked her to go inside the room that I'm coming. So I parked the car. I called my younger sister who lives in Canada. So I said to my younger sister, I saw a girl yesterday, and see what happened today. I told her the story. The moment I said it, my younger sister said, Ugo, I know that she's not a working class lady. Your sister, will not do this. Your sister will take everything that you... In short, as far as I have already said, okay, take, she will take everything that she need in that shop. So at that particular time, she asked me to just take it easy, calm down, and, monitor the girl well and see. So I said, okay, I off my phone. I go inside my hotel room. I saw her. She was sitting down. I said to her, you know what? Second day, I said to her, you know what? I want to go to Nnewi, and I want you to go with me. So she was like, go with you, Nnewi. So she said, no, she's not going with me to Nnewi. But if I want her to go with me, then we should go to their house so that she can tell her mom before going with me. I look at her, I say, what kind of human being is this? So I will go with you to your house to go and tell your mom. So I was like, no, I don't really think I'm going to do that. We can go to Nnewi and tomorrow you come back. She said, no. But that was a game changer. So listen to this story right now. This is where this story is getting more interesting. So I said, okay, I saw something already. And now that means someone that called me husband yesterday, today, I am seeing a wife in her. This story, sometimes when I'm saying this story, sometimes people think that I'm not making sense. But I'm telling you 1,000,000% what happened. That day she saw me say husband. The following day, you can imagine calling me husband, and I'll be like, who is this one? This person is crazy or what? And don't forget, 2 days before I even pick her, I went behind her to go and pick her to see if I can get her girlfriend. I said it on my last video. I went behind her to go and pick her girlfriend. Or I don't know, from Adam, where Jenny just come from nowhere to that place. What are you doing here? I said, so sorry, he's my friend. You want to see somebody? She entered that car. So that time that she entered that car is when I told her, okay, let's go and eat. Call your friend so we can go and eat. And that is how this thing started happening. So now, she insisted that she must go to their house, tell her mom before she can go with me. I said, okay, no problem. Because already I want her to go to Nnewi because I want to show her to my people. Can you imagine? 2 days. I want to show her to my people. So we said, okay, no problem. Let's go to your house. So she packed my things, and then, we put my things inside the car. Then I drove to her house. So when we got to her house, because if you see my wife, you even think that my wife is coming from a rich family, because one very innocent, very beautiful girl. You see her as, no, her dad might hold some ground. So when we started moving, we got to her house. I packed. I looked like this. I did not see a very good house. I looked like this. I did not see any good house. Where is this girl, taking me to? So we come through somewhere, enter their house. This is where this story makes sense for me. This is what made me say, this is my wife. Now, listen to this story. So when I came in, she entered inside her house. I opened the door. I came in. I think they have, that was about 2 rooms they were living in. Her mom, her dad, her younger sister, her elder sister, they were about 4, 5. But I think got 2 rooms or so. Now, the moment I entered the house, don't forget, that was my first time coming down from abroad after 6 years, about 5 years in abroad. That was my first time coming back to Nigeria. So I came inside the room. I think the windows, I don't know if there is even window in that 2 rooms. I'm not sure if there is window. So I'm struggling with air. And the moment I looked down, I saw something that catch my eyes. Jenny never told me this. She did not tell me this. So when I entered the house, I saw her mom sitting with just small seat. And then her dad was very sick. Then her mom was just sitting beside him. She was, taking care of him and also, telling him some stories. So when we came in, I greeted her, greeted the dad. Dad was very, very sick. So I sat down. So when I sat down, I said to myself, what is going on here? This girl did not tell me her dad was sick. This girl did not tell me this story that I'm saying here. And this girl did not mention to me that they are this. Believe me, I was struggling with air in that house. I think it was about 2 rooms. Then I asked her mom, what is going on with your husband? So she said, he has been sick. He has been doing this. She said so many things. Wow. And she said that because of him, she stopped going to her shop because she has shop in Ekoka, so she doesn't go to shop anymore just to take care of her man. That was the key to my marriage. That was the key to my marriage. Seeing Jenny's dad very sick, seeing her mom with small seat, sitting beside him, taking care of him, telling him stories, and abandoning her shop because of her man. Jenny's elder sister was the one now going to the shop. So I said to myself, Igbo people say that if you want to marry a woman, look at her mom. Her mom will show you who that person is. And what I saw that day was, I saw if the table turned around, I am the one laying down like this. So that means my wife will abandon whatever that she's doing to be by my side. That was what came in my mind immediately, because she saw her mom doing it. I confirm to you that this woman did not enter shop again until this man died. She did not abandon this man. Even while I was part of the family, she did not abandon her man to go back to that shop of hers. Now, so after that thing happened, I think I managed to stay about 5 minutes. So I gave them some money and then I left. I went outside. So my wife finished talking with them. Then she came and we moved to Newi. So while I was driving, I said to myself, I have already found a wife. Ladies of nowadays will never allow you to reach inside that house. They will ask you to wait. They don't want you to see that 3, 4, 5 of them are living in 2 rooms. They don't want you to see that where they are living, you cannot even stay longer, because she knew I came down from abroad. But my wife insisted that I must come inside that house to see who she is. Sure, I don't know if you guys are getting this story. I don't know if you guys are getting this story. So while we are going to Newe, I was just meditating about everything that is happening. I said to myself, no, God, this is my wife. This is my wife. But I have a challenge. I said, this is my wife. But I have a challenge because I am from Newe. Those days, Newe people, they are strict. Sometimes marrying from another village, sometimes they are strict. I personally knew that because my dad and my mom are late, so I knew nobody can dictate for me. So the moment I came to my uncle's house, I took her to my uncle's house, and the moment he saw her, he said, who is she? I said, she's just a friend. He said, no, this is your wife. I laughed. So I took him inside. I talked to him. I told him she's from Agukuri, this and that. This is how we met. I just want to, bring her so that he can also see her. He said, Ugo, this is your wife. So I left from there, went to my boss that time. The moment he saw her, he said, Ugo, who is that? I said, it's just a friend. He said, no, it's your wife. Ugo, this person that I'm seeing, I said, no. Okay, no, I don't, which kind of wife? He said, go and write it down. This is your wife. Okay. So, my God. I took her to my elder brother, who stand like my dad, because my dad is no more. The moment he saw her, my elder brother doesn't see. So I brought her in. I said to him, Alhaji Shenika, I brought my friend to you, so that he was like, who? Then he touched her. She just touched her. He said, Ugo, this is your wife. He doesn't see. You guys will see him very soon. He doesn't see. He said, this is your wife. That was the second day, guys. the third day. So we left house. So I personally don't have house that time. So we went to hotel. I lodged in a hotel in a Navy. So that was the third day. I told her immediately, you know what? I want to marry you. And I have only 1 week to stay, to move back to abroad, to move back to Australia. So the next day we moved to Lagos because I have to travel. So we moved to Lagos, me and her moved to Lagos. The day after like 1 week, that is when I engaged her. I engaged her here in Lagos. And then I told her to go back to East. I fly back. So now, after 6 months, something happened in between. But that story is story for another day. Now, what I'm trying to say is, so after 6 months, we got married. Oh God. And I use my wife to understand that if you see your wife, you will know. But some people purposely mistake their wife. Because sometimes in the process of that dating, so many men are having issue with one thing or the other. And so many women are also having issue with one thing or the other. But don't forget that if God gives you something good, devil will like to attack it. It's left for you. It's left for you to, fight for it. Because anytime the generational breakthrough is coming, he wants to drag it with you. So if you leave it, you are a loser. Within that 6 months, something happened that made me almost to give up. Almost to say that this marriage will never hold. Let me be honest. 99.9% of men will not go on with this marriage. But I look at it, I said to myself, when good things are coming. It took me 3 days to make that decision. 3 days. Because after that thing happened, I offed my phone. And later on, I on it again. Because I know if my wife now, who is then my friend or my girlfriend, if she called me and she didn't get me, she might call my family. And I don't want my family to know about that thing that happened. Because I don't want anybody to make a decision for me. Don't forget, she's not from a Navy. So if that thing, if my family know about it, so the decision would be dead on arrival. Jenny will not have been my wife. As I said, 99% of men would not go ahead with that marriage. But told her, don't call my family. I want to off my phone. I want to think about what happened by myself. I want to think about it by myself. I will call in the next 3 days. So I thought about it. It was very terrible. It was stressed. The situation was bad for me. I was going through a lot. But being who I am, the only thing that's made me to go on with that marriage, I said to myself, when something good is coming, devil will always want to drag from you. Now, when he drag it, if you look back, he will collect it. And the moment he collects it, he will laugh. And you will never, because if you ever, as a man, hear this, if you ever miss your wife, then marry another person, you are gone. You are gone, because the Bible said, whosoever find wife, find good thing and obtain favor from the Lord. That quotation will not come because you miss your woman. You are married to somebody's woman. You will not have peace because you miss it. That's why you see a lot of problem here and there, because you miss your wife or you miss your husband. Because you saw him. It goes also vice versa, because there are women who they saw a man, they say, no, this man is not my type. No, he doesn't have this. He doesn't have money. He doesn't have. I remember my in-law, my younger sister who lives in Canada, when her husband came to marry someone. He came for somebody. So the lady went to his house in the village. She said, this man he haven't even built house. No, you have to go and build house now before you talk about marriage. So somebody, told him about my younger sister. So my younger sister was then in Esut. They asked her to come back home. She came, she saw him, and then she said yes. 6 months after, this guy built, then 6 months after, this guy built his house, his duplex. I mean, when I said duplex that they build with chippings. I mean, if you see house, you run away. He built it under 9 months. He came to Lagos here in Amodofi. He built another one. In short, I told him, under 1.5 years, he built 2 houses, one in Nnewi, one in Lagos. Under 1.5 years, he was building this one, he was building this one. And today, that same girl that said that, the same girl that did that, that lady that did that to him, she's now still finding her feet. She's still struggling. But why I'm saying this is, it goes both sides, men or women. Whenever you are with somebody, things might happen. Think deep. When God is, when you are about to get married, and maybe your boyfriend did something that hurt you, or your girlfriend did something that hurt you, don't allow people to decide for you. Think deep. Put it this side. Put it this side. Then the negative and the positive of what happened. Now, ask yourself, if this did not happen, what else do you think would have happened? And again, ask yourself, if you really think that this person is yours, because for me I already saw the sign that this is my wife. So there is no Jupiter that will make me not to go ahead. I already know that the devil now wants to drag my wife with me. So the devil was trying to, but I said at the end, I said to myself, no, this woman is my wife. Devil, you are a liar. You want to take what belongs to me, and I will not allow it. Immediately, I called my wife, Jenny. I called her. Then she wasn't my wife, so I'm just referring her as my wife now because she's my wife now. So I called her, and I told her, you know what? My family are coming on July 17th for the traditional wedding. And you know what? July 17th is my wife's birthday. She was shocked. She was shocked. And today, you can see the blessing, the glory of God in this marriage. You can see how this girl, how this young girl that I'm talking about, who I said does not fit the category of the woman I want to marry. I was looking for a working class woman. I was looking for a woman that can, for me, I think, yeah, she can also help financially. I end up with somebody who just came out from school. But today, that same person that just came out from school is the light of my home. That person that just came out from school that I said, no, I need somebody who is working, who is financially stable. That same person that came out from school, who is not doing anything, she was the light in this family. So I'm talking to you, you young man. I'm talking to you, a young lady that is about to settle down or is planning to, maybe next 2, 3, 4 years. Take this message serious. Take this message serious. And you that is about to break up with that young lady because she did something bad, and you think, no, you can't take it because your friends are telling you not to take it. You allow yourself to take your problem to your friends. So now you are on the mercy of your friends for them to tell you or dictate to you how to solve your own problem, that you know this is about marriage. And you know that any mistake, you cannot get it right again. If I did not call my wife back and pleaded, please don't call my family, I will call you back in 3 days, this marriage will not hold, I might not be happy that I am today, believe me. So anyways, I just want to share this story because for me, it's good now that I will start sharing my story. about me and my wife. This is the second episode. The third episode will also come. So I know that you guys would like to hear what happened. That took me 3 days to decide that I have to tell my wife not to call my family members. I know that you guys want to hear what happened. Now, that story will be coming after this episode. So that story will be episode 3. So all you need to do, if you are watching on YouTube, please subscribe so that whenever I drop, you will be the first person to be notified. And not only subscribing, click the notification bell so that anytime I drop video, you will be first person to be notified, because I am bringing my true life story from beginning. I started from beginning now till where we are today. I want to share it. See, the reason why I always share my story is because I know it's going to help one or two. And if it eventually help anybody, glory be to God.